significant moment in human history. Tony Hawk landing the 900. There we go. All right. To the world's weirdest sculpture in Chicago in Millennium Park. Anyways, today's lesson is on rotations and reflections practice. Let's check it out. Last lesson we looked at translations and we slid some shapes across the first quadrant of the Cartesian plane. We did a before and after. We are doing the same thing today. The only difference is we are no longer translating shapes. We are going to be reflecting and rotating them. But we will still be doing a before and after on each side. So you have completed questions 1, 2, and 3. We are now going to work our way through questions 4 and we are working our questions from 4 till 9. So that's what we're working on today, questions 4 to 9. All right, so here is the first question, number 4. Now, again, you will need a straight edge of some kind. I like using this tool because it's nice and small. An eraser, a pencil. You won't need a mirror. But something you can use for doing reflections is an old CD, plastic CD case. It kind of works. The kind that are actually colored work a lot better than the clear ones. But it says reflect triangle CAT, cat, in line M. Okay. List the coordinates of triangle CAT and the image. So let's first do what we did on the last ones, which was make our before and after chart. So let's put a line down the middle and a line across. And what you people is make sure you have brackets with your coordinates always. Okay, now we have to reflect this over the line. So a reflection is a mirror image, meaning it is the opposite of what is you will see. So this T, reflection, the other word for reflection also is flip. So we're going to flip this shape over this reflection line. So line M down here is something called a reflection line, and we need to flip this shape over. And it needs to be in the exact symmetrical place of where the opposite of where it currently is. So how do we do that? Now, I said you could use a CD case, an old CD case, and I don't think it'll show up on the camera here. Oh, it does. So if you look here, I can place the old CD case on the line, and if you see, it actually shows up right where I need to draw it. So I'm going to hold it real tight here, and I'm going to use my pencil on the other side of the CD case. See, it's on the other side of the plastic. And just using what I can see on the page, I'm going to put my coordinates in. And I'm just going to plot them here. And because you can kind of see through it, and I'm going to plot them down. Let's see what happens. Well, there we go. So we know that, actually, that worked pretty good. I was surprised. I didn't know a CD case would make a good substitute, because you can actually get, they're called reflection boards that we use in the class. Of course, I don't have them here. And then you can place your coordinates on like that. Now remember, I'm going to fill in the shape. Am I finished here? I got the right answer, didn't I? Nope. I need to put my prime marks in. Notice how C stays up with C, but it's still 1 square away. T is 1 square away from the bottom, but then 2 squares, or units, I guess I should say, away from there. So it's a total of 3 units away. 1, 2, 3. And then A is, of course, 1 unit away from the reflection line. So CAT with the prime marks, that looks good. And then, of course, take your time to shade this in nicely. Okay, and I'm going to put C. And then I can check my answer key, which I will do right away. Okay, so I have my answer key here. I have C at 5.8, A at 5.4, T, T does not have a prime mark on the answer key, so that actually is wrong. But it should have a prime mark on the answer key. But there it is. So I am correct. I can give myself marks for that. Double check my work. Good to go. Positive reinforcement instantly. All right, moving on. We are on question 5, another reflection question. So This way I'm going to show you, like, again, you can use the CD case and look, it shows you exactly where it is, 2 lines away, and I can plot it pretty accurately doing this. This is actually really cool. I didn't expect it to work. So there you go. I can do that, but I actually prefer to just count it out. So I'm going to start with E, which is 2 squares away. And I'm going to put my E right there. Remember, I'm flipping the shape over. So it's like taking the back of your hand and flipping it to the front of your hand. And then F is 1, 2, 3, 4 units away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is 1. And now I can just kind of fill in the prime mark 1. Beside F is G prime mark 1. H is prime mark 1. And then C, because it flipped, C is going to be at the top, prime mark 1. And D prime mark 1 will go right there. And then shade it in. And then do your before and afters. Actually, you probably should have done your before and afters first. You know what, it doesn't matter as long as you do it. This is my workflow. Before, after, because now I'm kind of rushing through things. And then I'll plot my coordinates in here. I think that's enough information for you to do question 6 on your own on how to do the reflection. This is where these things come in handy. Okay, and with this, just a reminder back to lesson 3.2, which is the intro lesson. We talked about all these things and introduced them. We had this slide here. It's like rotations are like a clock. So a quarter turn is a 90-degree rotation. A half turn is a 180-degree rotation. And then a 3/4 turn is a 270-degree rotation. So we rotate clockwise or we rotate counterclockwise. So we're talking about rotations. Now, rotations happen about an axis. So rotations will happen around a certain vertex or axis. Remember, vertexes are where the 2 rays meet at a point. So the rotation will take place at a certain point. So this one, the 180 degrees clockwise. CW means clockwise, so you could, I'll just put that up here. So CW equals clockwise. About point X. So that's going to be around this point. We're going to have to rotate that triangle 180 degrees clockwise. Clockwise, of course, remember, is the same direction as a clock, which goes this direction. Okay, just to help remind you, I'm going to do my before and afters here. Degrees, that is a half turn. 180 degrees is a half turn. How do we rotate this? Well, it's going to rotate about point X, and we have to do it a half turn. So what I'm going to get you to do is use your transparent paper. This is the one strategy you can use until you get better at things. And just fill in your points. And you can lightly shade in, or not shade in, just do the lines like that. Don't have to use your ruler, which is surprising, but so I have it at point X here. It's directly lined up. Now I have to hold my pencil on the edge. And I just rotated the whole page because everything's a little bit crooked. I'm going to grab the corner of that paper and I'm going to go 90-degree turn. And now I want to go 90 more degrees for my language is messed up there. That was a quarter turn, which is a 90-degree turn. This is a half turn. So a half turn there. So that's 180 degrees. So now I have my point there. X stays in the same spot, so I actually don't have to write prime marks there. But if I look here, that triangle is 2 units wide. So I'm going to put spot Y here, and it does get a prime mark, and then 3 units deep, or 3 units long, and I'm going to put Z there, and it does get a prime mark. So my rotation is complete. I was able to move and turn this triangle counterclockwise, rotate it into this new position here. And so I can put my before and after. So the x-axis, 3 on the y-axis. So that is my first rotation clockwise. So I'm going to now check my answer key, and there is, this is question number 8 that we're working on right now, and it looks like I did it correctly. So there you go. Okay, so go ahead and try question number 7 on your own, and go ahead and also try question 8 that you can follow along with me. And question 9 is a little trickier because the point at which you are rotating this particular triangle is around point E, which unfortunately is kind of further away. So when you do your rotation, use your transparent paper to put in your coordinates and just fill in the shape to the best of your ability. So CAB. So it says rotate triangle ABC clockwise about point E. So remember, clockwise is this way. So we're going to turn it 90 degrees. So 1/4 turn. Okay, so we need to take this and go 1/4 turn about point E, which would then take it to down here. So if you see there, it rotates 3 units, 90 degrees, which is a 1/4 turn. So if this is there's your 1/4 turn right there, 90 degrees, and it'll start there. So you vertex A goes to this position here. The whole shape, B is going to be 3 units down from that, and C, as it rotates, will be 3 units to the right of that, and then you can fill in your triangle. So A1, A prime mark 1, B actually ends up down here at the bottom, prime mark 1, and then C prime mark 1 there for your rotation about point E. Then fill in your lines and then shade it in. Then write your before and after. So that's how you rotate that shape around a separate point, point E. You'll take it, make it a 1/4 turn, 1/4 turn, 1/4 turn, until it ends up in this position here. And that's how it rotates. So this is actually supposed to say question number 9, not 10 on the answer key. So the answer key, there it is. So it rotates this way. A1 is 2-4, which makes sense. B is 2-1, and C1 is 5-4 is the answer to that. So anyways, give these a try. Give questions 4 to 9 a try, and if you have any questions or you need help with it, just don't be afraid to send me a message on Teams. This is quite difficult stuff. It's a lot easier to work with you hands-on with it, but unfortunately we don't have that opportunity. So just send me a message in Teams and I will do my best to help you out with it and go from there. Anyways, take care and thank you for watching.